Hey, this is October the 5th, 2021, Tuesday. The latest news we have on the search for Brian Laundrie in connection with the homicide of Gabby Petito back in late August is several sightings of him in a county called Haywood, which is just to the west of Asheville. Asheville is in western North Carolina. As you can see, it's not far from Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg in Tennessee. I would assume the northern part of that county, which is not far from the sighting the other day of a gentleman up there near the Tennessee border who swears it was definitely Brian driving a pickup truck. We've heard from a number of my sources here on the Camo Dave channel, and they do confirm that there is an increased police/FBI presence up in the North Carolina mountains right now, and we are hearing possibilities of where Brian could have gotten that truck from. Some say that a relative of his has a truck like that. We've also, but no confirmation of that. Brian was driving what looked like a light-colored F-150 Ford pickup truck. At least the person that this gentleman thought was Brian. They were both in vehicles at the time and on a mountain road, and this was Saturday, the 2nd of October. We've already reported that anyway. The man who saw what he thought was Brian, wearing a bandana and looking rather disheveled, was asking for directions for back roads to California. Now, again, you can take I-40, which goes all the way from North Carolina to California, but he wanted, why would you want back roads to California, and why is he going to California? Anyway, so there must be some credibility to that. This is WYFF-TV in beautiful Greenville, excuse me. I always get the green towns mixed up. There's so many green towns around. This is Greenville, South Carolina, which is the Asheville television market. There, WYFF, a Hearst station, so it's it's a reliable news source, and they confirm in Haywood County, which is what we're just talking about there, some new sightings of Brian Laundrie. Okay, so anyway. The deputy chief there in Haywood County says, we have received a number of calls regarding the sighting of Brian Laundrie over the past few days, each one being investigated thoroughly, and areas of concern searched but to no avail. We will continue to respond fully for all calls and service-related for the nationwide search for Mr. Laundrie within our jurisdiction. There were also some reports in Watauga County, which is up near where Boone is, which is a big college town. Police in Boone have confirmed that they have also received calls and sightings and investigated all of those reports. Anyway, so that's the latest there. Now, again, being in Boone would be not a bad place for Brian to go because he's 23 and he could easily blend in with that college crowd, Appalachian State there. So that's not a bad place for him to be if he wanted to hide out in that area, because there's a lot of college kids in that area and probably some of them are up in the mountains hiking, so I don't know. One of the reasons why everybody's looking at the Appalachian Trail for Brian these days is because this guy, Dog the Bounty Hunter, was one of the people that one of the private investigative services that has told people that, hey, that's probably a likely place for him to be. TMZ is reporting that Dog has received a number of offers to be on for a new TV show. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ that Dog has been contacted by multiple networks over the past few days that have expressed a desire in resurrecting a TV show with him as the star. So, currently, during his search for Brian, TMZ is reporting that there has been no filming regarding Dog other than his wife Francie documenting some of it on her cell phone. We're told that if a new dog show gets launched, TMZ reports that Francie's footage may be used and she'll be involved in the series with him. And Dog tells TMZ that when he joined the Laundrie manhunt, he did not have an ulterior motive trying to land a TV show. He said he was in the middle of his honeymoon when the news broke, and he only got involved, quote, because of my unique skill set and the fact that I was only an hour away from where he was last seen. Dog does say that he has been very close to Gabby's family there, the Petito family there on Long Island. He says that when he joined the Laundrie manhunt, he did not have an ulterior motive to land a TV show. He was in the middle of his honeymoon when news broke that Brian was missing, and he only got involved, quote, because of his unique skill set and the fact that he was only an hour away from where Brian was last seen. Anyway, Dog says that he is adamant that Laundrie is alive, but probably not well, and using his survival skills to evade capture. He still thinks the primary source for where Brian is the Florida Everglades, but he also says that with his hiking abilities and camping abilities, that he could very well be on the Appalachian Trail somewhere. And there are, again, as we've reported, as I've heard from some of my sources, there are quite a few police and FBI agents combing the mountains in between Tennessee and North Carolina. And we're getting a lot of repackaged news here, keeping the story alive, even though there's really not a lot to report right now. This is the New York Post. Laundrie sis hasn't spoken to parents, doesn't know if they're involved in his disappearance. Petito and Laundrie reportedly got matching tattoos to represent their love. So, anyway. Oh. There's one of you. Anyway, so yeah, that is it. Oh. Anyway, so, yeah. All right, folks, so that's the latest here. This is the 5th of October, 2021, and then we'll keep you updated. I'm here in North Carolina, Western North Carolina. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for someone who looks like Brian, and if I see somebody, I'll definitely call the local police officers. So, but I haven't seen anybody that matches Brian's description here in beautiful Morganton, North Carolina. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you have any tips or interesting news clips you want me to know about, camodave@gmx.com is the email.